Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Nino Supreme. I'm from Inglewood, California, and you're gonna learn a little bit more about me today. So the name Nino actually came from my mom. It's a childhood nickname that she would always call me, as opposed to my actual name. And Supreme, me and my brother came up with that. I mean, that's basically like the definition of Supreme. It's like one and only, like it's set apart from everything else. I don't want to say an alter ego. It's really like who I am. I try to be as much as myself in music. It's just like a different side that everybody may not necessarily know of me. That was my first time ever doing anything involving music. Wrote everything myself. I had a few features. From people, but I wrote everything myself. I picked the beats, came up with the concepts. I really want to do everything on my own, just to like kind of like prove to myself that I could actually do this, like without outside help. Yeah, I was really like a mad scientist with the music at first. Just working by myself and doing a lot on my own, I feel like I'm more efficient and I get things done better on my own because I can go at my own pace and I don't really have to wait for anything. That's why I prefer to do a lot of stuff on my own. But as I've gone further with the music, I'm beginning to understand you actually need people and you need a whole lot of outside resources in order to make this thing go for real. But my favorite track off my first project, I want to say it's probably Nike's on My Feet. When I was writing that song, I was in my car, just a young kid going at it, man. Like, after I finished writing the song, it just made me feel like I could do this rap stuff for real. That was the first track that I wrote, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm a rapper. My first performance was insane. Like, it was actually at the UCLA campus, and I opened up for D Smoke in Woodworks. It was crazy though. It was on the outside stage, like right in the middle of UCLA. And I remember as I was rapping, it was probably like when I started rapping, it was probably like 20 people like in front of me. And then by the end, when I had finished like my last track, it was like 60, 70 people. And like just leaving the stage with more people coming and listening to me, that was like a huge, great feeling. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I haven't really thought about it like that, but it was a great feeling for sure. And it's crazy because D Smoke is who he is right now, and like I opened up for him. It was wild. The whole thing was wild. The main focus of Focus 3 was like me ascending to like a new height in music, and just I wanted to show my growth musically, lyrically, like with the beats. I just wanted to make sure everything was on point with this project. I wanted to show you a more polished version of Nino Supreme. That was my point with this one, and I think based on the reviews I've been getting back so far, I think we accomplished what we set out for. Like I said, when you listen to the project, you'll hear the growth. Like I got tracks where I'm actually like singing and harmonizing more. I never really did that in the past, but you know, I think it's necessary to fully grasp like people's attention and their ears and their, you know, to like make them embrace the project. You know, you can't have just all rough, hardcore, raw lyrics because like some of that stuff might turn some people off. You know, you gotta have a mix. So basically my studio process, I'll honestly have to say like I try to go in like blocks of time and try to spend like a lot of time in the studio. Whether, you know, 1 week I might go once that week. And then the next week I might go like 5 times. Like I'm living in there, you know what I'm saying? It's just all about when the inspiration comes, or like if, you know, other people want features, then I'll hop in there and try to get on that as soon as possible for them. Because, you know, anybody I'm doing a feature with, I really mess with them. So, you know, I don't want to hold their stuff up. But as far as the creative process, I get sparks from almost anywhere, to be honest. Like I could be working out, I could, you know, be doing my thing with my family, I could be shooting hoops with the homies, shooting dice with the homies, like whatever the case may be. I'll be on a out of town trip in Vegas, you know, Texas, Atlanta, wherever. I just draw inspiration from life because I feel like that's where it should come from. So the business portion of Nino Supreme, I have a team, I have a manager, and I have my brother, and we all collaborate on that aspect because, you know, I'd rather have more heads, you know, I'd rather have more heads in that situation than one. It's not like when I'm making tracks and stuff like that. I accept more collaborative effort when we're trying to get the marketing down, the videos down, the interviews, the shows, all that stuff. I feel like we got a lot of good stuff going on right now with the city. You know, it's a lot of people doing their thing. You know, Lil Deuce just blew up with his single Outside. You know, you got Rucci in there. You got AshBash. You got we got quite a few people coming out the city right now. You got Griff Tyler. You know, Sir doing this thing over there with TDE. I actually got Rucci and AshBash on Focus 3, so I feel like the camaraderie is pretty good. I feel like everybody's tapped in with the culture of Inglewood, and we all trying to push the city forward as far as music goes. You know, open up the doors for everybody. Absolutely. So, I love to do a group effort with like a bunch of different dope artists because, like, being around other dope artists, it pushes me creatively, and that's when my best verses come out because I feel like it's a competition. And you know, when I rap on my own songs, sometimes I just just kind of vibe and flow and like do my own thing. You know, but yeah, we've had a couple YBS albums actually come out, and like I feel like a lot of my best work is on those because I was going against people, or I was rapping with people. I shouldn't say going against people. So I had a couple tough years. And you know, COVID, yeah, I don't want to talk about this. It's crazy. So I'll come straight out and say my uncle passing away in 2019. I was on a roll with music before that, but him passing away kind of like really affected my life. That was like one of my best friends. I could talk to him about anything. He always understood me, and you kind of just feel like you lose a piece of yourself almost. So I can't say I still feel like I haven't got that back, and I just been trying to like figure out a way to deal with all that. So it took me, I stopped writing music for a while, probably like a good 6-8 months I didn't write really no music. So you know, I came back when quarantine started. I was motivated to write Stuck in Quarantine, and we put a music video out for that. Quarantine affected some of my other ways that I make money, so I had to go back to I kind of had to like to resort to the streets because I was not getting EDD, government assistance. I wasn't getting anything. So and I got these bills that come every month, and I just had to kind of like figure it out and do my best. So I was going through a lot 2019 and 2020, but it probably motivated me to make a better project in Focus 3. So I'm grateful for my struggles and, you know, in ways of that, but the stuff that I was going through was very stressful. It was a hard time in my life. So I'm happy that that's over and things are flowing way better. You know, I feel like I'm back on track at this point. You know, I dropped Stuck in Quarantine music video, and I don't know what type of algorithm it hit, but the views went crazy. It went over 100,000 views in like a month. And, you know, we just been kind of like building off of that buzz. I don't know, man. It's just like, it feel like it's time to strike right now. That's how I feel.